Hey folks, would-be farmer here again on our 5-year anniversary. Hopefully I don't fall over. I shouldn't be walking backwards. Anyway, I'm going to try this again. The first video we did, well, let's just say the clouds didn't cooperate. They were doing so well, and then once I started the video, they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to let the sun in, which normally is a good thing. But it makes for a tougher video. So this is part 2. Or some of us, when we have the hilarious gene activated, part 2. So we are on the northwest part of the property, heading south. And I'm going to turn in towards the east. This area up here is almost all natural. We've chopped it down quite a bit. This is the area where, due to the utility wires, the companies, by order of some decree of something, they are allowed, they have access, and of course they do their maintenance. And their maintenance includes spraying stuff. So I'm not going to plant any edible organics up here, any edible fruits and trees, etc., etc. I'm just going to let that go, and that'll be parking and natural stuff. So we'll head back into the property now. In this area, as you can see, we have to maintain access. Maintain access for, oh great, sun's coming out again. Well, we tried. Maybe the clouds will cover it. Maybe this will be a decent video. Anyway, we maintain access here for the utility company. Hence you see the fence here with the gate. But in this area, I've got some citrus planted. I've got bananas, guava, figs. I planted a couple of Simpson stopper and native Simpson stopper and native Walters viburnum. Let me go this way here real quick. Let's take us through this way. And most of those that I have planted, I've got them protected a little bit, as you can see here, for the occasional feral pig colony that runs through and decides to chew stuff up. Well, I also have a persimmon out here. I planted a native dogwood. And in this area inside the fence, I've planted a couple of more tropical species. I've got katuk in there. In fact, this is a katuk right here. I think I planted it too close to the fence, but hey, live and learn. I think I've got 3 or 4 katuks planted in there. Hopefully it'll grow up and fill this spot up here amongst the mature oaks. So how about that, huh? This entire area in here has a lot of American beautyberry. We have probably 60 on the lot. Plus, I counted to 50, I think it was 63 once on the entire property, and I just quit counting. I was like, okay, 60 plus is plenty to tell somebody who might be interested in buying this place. 60 plus of those. I've got maybe 50 plus citrus, and most of these are babies because we haven't been here that long. Most of them have been planted, either planted from seed or a few of them are fruiting, and were planted probably when they were 3 years old. And when there's a couple mature ones that were on the property. So anyway, I'll take us through this part of the. Now this is the west side of the property. As you can see, we've got quite a few mature oaks here. I planted one carambola. You might be able to see it right there if I can get the zoom going. There it is. Right there. Way over yonder. I think. Over there. Anyway, that was horrible, but Oh, I'm sorry, I'm screwing with the camera lens now. That's gonna make it hard on those of us like me who have vertigo. But I've got citrus in here as well, banana plants. I've got 4 pawpaw planted in the area, Native American plants. This is the closest thing that the USA has to an actual native tropical plant, pawpaws, and I hope they fruit. Eventually, they're kind of small. Planted them last year. Actually, I planted a few others years ago, and they didn't make it. 3 of the 4 didn't make it. 1 did. But like an idiot, I was pruning one day and didn't see it and pruned it down to nothing. This is a gumi. I've got a gumi here. I had 2. I think I neglected 1 during a drought period, and it didn't make it. It didn't make it. All right, let's head towards the house. All right, what you see straight ahead here, right there, is a manual water pump. We have a manual pump. Our water table is about 30 feet. We have 50 feet of pipe that goes down. 5 sections of 10, I think, is what we did. So we have a manual. It's a Bison pump. It's a very good one. Stainless steel, should last longer than I'll think about lasting. What we see here, these, and I'll point these out a little bit later in the area, we have a bunch of them. These are root beer plants. Yes, it tastes a little like that sarsaparilla. It tastes a little like root beer. I've got mulberries, probably 25 or 30 mulberries planted about the property. Probably 6 or 8 of them are already fruiting, if not more. Loquats, there goes Ferris. Loquats, there were 4 mature loquats, one of which was fruiting. Now I have 2 fruiting. There were 4 when we got here, and then I found out not too long afterwards there were actually 10. So I put a few in. I moved a few to the back to our budding fruit forest area that I showed in the previous video. How cool is that? Anyway, so if you look over here, right in the middle of the lens, that's our root beer plant forest. We planted 1 back here, and I think it just decided it liked it. So it's doing its job. It's filled out in here quite a bit. Most of what you see in here is the root beer plant, and then camphor. Camphor. Rub it on your belly, rub it on your chest. Rub it when you get congestion. There's a little loquat right in there. Little loquat baby. Right there. Growing from seed. There's quite a few. I can move them if I want, pot them, give them away or sell them, whatever works. Katuk. I have katuk growing a lot of different places. Now if it gets really, really cold and it's not protected, it's not planted near the house, it will die back in the winter. But I've got plenty of katuk in protected places, as well as places that are not so protected, and in between. Wanted to see how they grow, see how they do. This is a time between rain bursts where the mosquitoes are coming out. So if I jerk the camera around or blow to get a mosquito off my hand, not blowing kisses at you. This is our little frog factory here. You can hear the water. I've got 2 hoses that lead into this pond. Oh, I'm sorry, screwing up the camera again. Well, one day I'll learn how to do this. Anyway, the 2 ponds, or the 2 hoses, as I'll show you here. 2 hoses that come in. One of them comes from roof rain off into one of the rain barrels. So when we get a storm, get a good bit of water coming in to refreshen the little micro pond, the frog factory. Also have one coming from our well water, so we can do either or both. All right, so that's what's going on there. We are now on the east side of the house. This is a huge mature citrus that been fruiting since we got here. It's a sour orange. I don't want anybody to get excited, think they're gonna come here and make all kinds of fresh orange juice. It's sour orange, and when I say sour, it's sour. You can cut it with one of these to 7 sweets and make a nice juice, but that's about it. I tried 1 to 4, and that's whew, that's like the strongest grapefruit juice you've ever had. Got figs, all kinds of figs. Figs, maybe 12 or so. I think I showed the bamboo earlier. I've also got sweet potato vines all over the place. Too much to list. Lemons. Got a Myers lemon, 1 lemon, and a Persian lime, 1 lime. Crepe myrtle, of course, no one brags about having crepe myrtle. Red buds, dogwoods, muscadine. Oh, and I have these neat things. Ivy gourd. That would be a unripe one, which you can eat as a vegetable. It's a little bitter for my taste. And these would be the ripe ones, which are very soft, and I mean very soft. I throw those in my smoothies. They don't have much taste at all, so you get a slightly bitter cucumber taste, or you get kind of a bland taste that looks really cool. I mean, these do look cool, don't they? Look pretty neat. Yes, they do. I've let this area go quite a bit natural. Oh, I've got, here's another carambola or starfruit. Now, we had a really cold spell this last winter. This one lost about half of its leaves. We got down to 11 degrees. Probably not 11 degrees right there, because it's got a little protection. It's got some help with the tree and root systems of these other trees. I believe that's a privet behind it, and right next to it is a citrus orange, the sour orange. So it wouldn't have experienced the full 11 degrees, but yeah, it was cold. That 11 we experienced out in the scrub behind this food forest area right here. I will go ahead and head in this way. It's tricky to get everything in a quick video. Property, there's a lot to see here. Lots of vegetation. Planted a whole lot and learned a whole lot. This is just now coming into its own as far as productivity of calories and fruit plants. As you can see, I've got all kinds of vining plants here, from ivy gourd tindora to muscadine, sweet potato. Of course, there's vining Virginia creeper, which I don't think that does a whole lot for us, except does take up a spot for sure. Offers some shade. And we also have the grape cousin. I forget what it's called, porcelain vine, I think. But I've got a bunch of citrus growing here, there, and everywhere. Some of them are just flat out volunteers. For example, here's a citrus here that I didn't plant. That's popped up and decided through a dump of compost that it would make a home there and grow. And there's quite a few like that. So when I say I have 20 or 25 citrus, it may be that there's 50 or 50 plus. But as far as numbers of citrus that are fruiting, sour orange, of course. Our satsuma is fruiting for the first time. Lemon is fruiting, the lime is fruiting, calamondin has fruited a bit. And we've had other citrus fruit. I had one fruit, a navel fruit, and then it took on a bad spell and it died. So anyway, that's a little bit more of the property for those interested. As I said, we are going to sell. We are moving out west. Family is calling us out west. Janet's son is going to make his home in Southern California. I have two brothers in California as well. Now we can't afford California. We're not moving there. We're going to move to New Mexico. We found a neat spot that we love, so we're going to make it a go there. Silver City, New Mexico. All right, let me see if I can get these guys in frame here. Some Tendora fruit right before we leave. And this will be it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Try not to shake it too much. Would Be Farmer, and we are out.